Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time to cover class expectations. This is my commentary on the slides that you will have for your self that you can check out later at your own leisure. In case you missed it, here are the supplies that you should have at hand. Notebook or binder. This will be a good idea to organize your notes or, actually writing things down, especially when we transition to a more physical model. Pen and pencil will be obviously in the category of the writing utensils. Physical calculator, that's up to you. We're mainly going to use Desmos, which is more of a graphing calculator website. And if you want more information on that, that will be later on in the video. Chromebook, you're obviously using it. And I don't think there's anything else. Virtually, we don't really have much to expect. Expectations, guys, be here, be respectful, be responsible, be safe. When you are off campus, like virtually speaking, you're gonna have to be responsible for participating in all the work that you are expected to do each week for all your classes. So make sure that you manage your time wisely. Take advantage of all the resources available for you, especially the Zoom sessions. When you are on Zoom, be respectful, use appropriate language, make sure that you are not distracting too many people with your mics. So make sure you mute when you're not talking, stay on topic, and if you have any questions or concerns, let me know or someone else in the counseling department or the administrators if you need to address something. The main websites we'll use this year will be on the list. IXL, hopefully that will be sorted out pretty quickly. You'll sign in like you normally do. Delta Math is the new website that we'll use as an assessment for quizzes or tests and such in the future. Mr. Bowden is the class teacher, so don't worry about that code. Focus on mine, which is 389699. You'll use that code when you create an account for Delta Math. So that way you'll fall into one of my classes. Make sure you bookmark this website. I'll have more details on this website on a different document. The quizzes, you use your Google email to sign in with that. Desmos, that's the graphic calculator website. Please bookmark it. That's pretty much a go-to for calculating things. Don't worry about signing up for it. There's really nothing to sign up for. Kahoot and Zoom, those are pretty straightforward. You shouldn't have to worry about signing up for or bookmarking it. All right, for this Trig class, 3 things you need to be aware of. 1, all work needs to be done by Thursday at 11:59 p.m. That's what it is going to be for this week and future Thursdays. There might be a slight chance that it might change to Fridays instead to accommodate for a Zoom session that I'll talk about in a future slide. In terms of the grade, it's going to be broken into 2 parts, 65% for the daily work. So the Google Forms or worksheets or IXL and other things, those are all daily work. That's going to be a majority of your grade right there. 35% of it will be on the assessments. So those will be like quizzes or tests, which you'll know when you see it. The last thing is the checklist that you should have looked at very first thing for this week to identify what you need to do each week. The most important things will be the ones that are highlighted because those will be the ones that are recorded. That doesn't mean non-highlighted things are not required. It just means the highlighted ones are the ones that will be graded. Okay, so make sure that you do everything on the list. Just make sure that you especially do the ones that are highlighted. There is a slight disclaimer I want to mention that the grading policy can change in the future quarter. So like in second quarter when we actually are done with the virtual model and we go to the hybrid model. So we're physically here. Then we might change up the grade policy. So instead of doing 65% daily work and 35% assessments, it might break it up to like actual like quizzes for like this percentage, test this percentage, and then work this percentage. This is the main reason why that I might change the due date to Fridays instead of Thursdays, because I have an optional Zoom session for each of my classes, And if you are in my 7th period class, you're on a Friday. So to give you a chance to do this Zoom session and then turn in your work, that's why we'll move it around. But for this week, for the first assessment, we do want it done by Thursday. So if you guys don't have this chart, here it is. It's a very simplified version of it. Please make sure you keep that in mind, because I will send out the links each week on Google Classroom so that you have the option and the option to join it. It is not required. It is not for a grade. It's just more of a chance for you to physically, in real time, learn or review things that you still don't understand or haven't learned yet. The last big thing is the attendance. So if you have a first period class, which everyone should, your first period teacher is going to be your homeroom teacher, and in their Google Classroom, that's where you're going to answer these daily check-in questions. That is a way for us to know that you were present, essentially, for that day, and you have to start doing that from Wednesday of August 26th. So please keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. If you still don't understand, please feel free to ask me those questions. And that's pretty much it. So guys, again, if you have any questions, let me know. But stay on top of everything, and good luck.